Welcome back to Nolan Knows Podcast with your host, Connor Nolan. And heading into the first ever 12-team playoff. It's been quite a ride. Paul, how you doing?
Good, man. It's been awesome. Penultimate episode, I think we said, right? We got one more after this?
Yeah, pretty much. Do it for probably two more because we do the quarterfinals next week. That's like New Year's, and then we'll just do the semis if we want.
Gotcha. Yeah,
it really
tough
depends,
with the
though.
Schedule.
Yeah.
Because Christmas is the 25th, and who knows?
Well, that's what's kind of like. It's on one game's on New Year's Eve, and the other three, I think, are on New Year's Day. So like, it's a Tuesday and Wednesday. It's not like the weekend after this one.
True. You're right.
So it's a little bit longer. We'll see.
We'll figure it out.
We'll keep everybody updated.
Yeah. Follow the Twitter.
Yeah. All right. So for championship week, I was 4-1. Currently sitting 80-50, 62% overall right now.
Monster season.
Yeah, it's not to toot my own horn. That's definitely one of my best for sure.
Yeah, it's huge.
Paul went 6-1 championship week, 76-73 overall. He's at the 51% mark, so you've actually been on a pretty good run too.
Yeah.
Any noise? Any noise from the boys?
Not much. Been very quiet.
All right, sad. Nobody wants the advice of the
80% or 62%.
Yeah, what's going on here with that? Hold on, I need to pull up our number one fans comment.
Pull it up.
What's that?
Pull it up.
All right. All right. John Giarco, absolute fire. Boys closing it out strong. First season really watching college other than BC. Thanks to you. Ups and downs, electric. Good luck in the Bulls. Very much appreciated. And honestly, yeah, it's been an exciting season, I think, especially for the 12-team playoffs, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, it's been awesome. What'd you think, real quick, of the Alabama snubbing? Not snubbing. Alabama not getting in, SMU making it. I think it was right.
I mean, if they got blown out, I would have said play Bama in, but, they put up a pretty good fight. Jennings looked good, so I think it was okay in my book. Yeah,
I was all good with it. I do think that the SEC schedule is so much harder than everybody else's. Like the ACC, way worse. Like
ACC.
I think Bama neutral field better than SMU for sure, but resume wise, I don't think there was a choice. You had to put SMU in there, so I'm good with it.
I agree. College football news. So, just talking about the transfer portal. Man,
crazy.
These kids are just like taking off like no other. You see who Oklahoma landed today?
Oh yeah, baby, John Mateer, number one guy in the portal.
Yeah, he's not bad, man.
He's
good,
dual
threat. Yeah. He was good at Washington State. They didn't have a good team around him, honestly.
No, he led the nation 44 total touchdowns.
Oh yeah,
so yeah. And if we can get a pretty solid showing from the offense next year, like if he's 75% even of that type of production, paired with our what should be elite defense, like we have a lot of young guys still that were really good. We had 2 freshman All-American. Like the team could rebound and actually be a threat next year.
I could see it. I mean, they had some big wins. Bama, they absolutely destroyed them. So they've shown glimpses of it, and I think Venables got them in the right direction. Maybe he just needs another year or two. But
I mean, they got to clean up the offensive line. They had 2 big recruits, so I don't know. We'll see. Arrows should be up, but I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic at this point. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Where's whatchamacallit? Did he go into
Jackson
the transfer
Arnold?
portal?
Yeah, he landed at Auburn.
Auburn, huh?
Yeah.
We'll see each
Kinda
other,
weird.
maybe.
They definitely will see each other because they play again next year, and it's at Oklahoma in Norman.
Damn.
So he's going to get his ass booed. Even though I like Jackson, I got no problems with him.
I feel like they had a pretty good defense this year, if I'm not mistaken. They weren't like terrible. They won some good games, lost some bad ones, but
they were bad in the SEC. They had
really?
they had a a good like yardage production offense, but they had so many like untimely turnovers. I think they
True.
lost like 4 one possession games or something. So, but it was one of two Oklahoma SEC wins, so they were not good.
Hmm. Gotcha. Uh, Talk about Rutgers and Oklahoma real quick. So Rutgers heading to the Rate Bowl, going up against Kansas State, located in Phoenix, Arizona. No Pinstripe Bowl this season, boys, but good luck. If I don't know who the hell's playing in the game, but if
I know
Kansas
it's Boston
State.
College because John messaged me about it.
Wait, what's that?
Boston
Oh,
College is
yeah,
playing
yeah. I
in the
think it's
Pinstripe
them
Bowl.
in. I think it's them in Nebraska,
Gotcha.
but who cares?
Yeah.
Oklahoma taking on Navy in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, the war machine itself. Line went from -9 to -4, so I guess it's from all the transfers, obviously. So
Yeah,
and,
I mean it's impossible to handicap these games. I feel
I
like.
know. I'm probably not even gonna pick any bowl games,
Nothing
to be
either.
honest. So like, it's just not even. It's so hard to keep up with. You don't even know who the new guys are replacing them, if they have a ton of experience or what the hell they are. So it's just not good.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Recapping championship week picks real quick. So on the Friday games, you actually had Army. They hosted Tulane in the AAC Bowl. Came in 5-point underdogs, winning it outright. Army ran for over 300 yards, so that was a good call on you. That was the right play, though, because Tulane just lost last week. They had no hopes. They're going all the way up to New York, and it was like
It's
freezing that
freezing.
night. And
Yeah.
Army's playing hard-nosed football. These guys are like, I don't want to even be here right now. It's a great play,
100%.
honestly, on that.
The Service Academy, kinda at home, getting 5. Well, I don't even remember now. Was it at home?
Yeah, it was at home. They
Yeah,
hosted
yeah,
it.
yeah. Getting points, dude. Love it.
Yeah, no-brainer. Boise State hosted UNLV in the Mountain West Championship, and Boise State handled this game, won 21-7, but led the game 21-0 for most of the game. And then Jainty ends up losing out on the Heisman to Travis Hunter. So
Yeah.
I think he probably should have won it, Jainty, but Travis Hunter also plays both sides of the ball. It's like, it is like, you don't see that very often. It's good on both sides, you know? Really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know. I would have voted Genty, but
Yeah, me too.
I don't feel like too strongly.
Yeah, I'm not going to go up in arms about it.
Nah.
So we both won on the under there, and Paul actually won with the cover with Boise.
Yeah.
Arizona State leveled Iowa State. I knew I should have stayed off this game. I fucking just took the bait with the number one wideout being gone for Arizona State. But Scattaboo, that dude's a beast.
Yeah.
Fucking 170 yards rushing, 2 TDs. I mean, they are in their first round bye coming into the playoff. Georgia and Texas went to OT in the SEC championship game with Georgia edging it out and a thriller 22-19. Honestly, I thought both defenses looked good in this, but I also think they're going against two mid offenses. Like, I don't know. The offenses for both teams, I feel like, haven't really blown me away this year.
Yeah. See, I didn't actually catch this one. I was watching the MLS championship.
Courtesy of Beazle.
Yeah. So for those listening, our buddy Bezak texted us during the middle of this game, talking about, is anybody watching this game? And we thought it was the SEC championship. He's referring to the MLS championship.
MLS championship. I think I texted. I was like, "This guy,
What are you doing?
come on."
But yeah,
then
it
he
was.
said,
Go ahead.
Then he said, "Yeah, I had no idea that was even on the SEC
Yeah.
championship."
It was a good
God.
game. I actually before this game took Georgia to win the national championship at plus 400, I think.
Ooh.
So now, like, good and bad, right? Good is
Yeah.
they have a pretty easy path. They obviously get the bye, and then they're on the better side of the bracket. They avoid Oregon, Ohio State, Tennessee.
Mhm.
The really only competition on that side is Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I feel like that would be a good game if Notre Dame won.
Yeah, I just think Georgia will beat their ass, personally. But it's really like, can they win the whole thing with Carson Beck injury because I don't think
Yeah,
he's going to be back.
yeah. It doesn't look like it. I know he's definitely missing the first one, their first game. So who knows
Yeah.
about the second one?
Yeah, it's similar to like the Brock Purdy injury in the NFC Championship game. I feel like it's like a UCL thing or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The guy that came in didn't look terrible, and their offense hasn't been the strong point of their team all
No,
year
it hasn't.
anyway. I mean, they're a defensive team. I don't hate the bet because if they win one game, they're into the semis, playing another cupcake. Like I don't know, it might have to hedge out in the championship game, but um, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't mind it. They do
Yeah.
get a first round bye, so and they are on the easy side, like you said, so it makes
Yeah. And
sense.
they got to get rid of these auto buys.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan to be honest,
It's
but
crazy that Arizona State and Boise have one when you have teams like
yeah.
you know Penn
So you
State,
do 16 teams,
Tennessee.
no buys.
I think they should. 12 is like perfect for me. I think they're already going up to 14, but
Well,
I
you're saying like just if you gave I don't know a bye to like Texas instead of like or not Clemson, like Arizona State or Boise.
yeah. I mean, maybe
I'd
not
be
even
okay with
Texas, but like I don't know. I guess Texas because
Ohio
5,
State?
but or Ohio State. Even though Ohio
Yeah.
State's kind of bullshit, they're living off their name, I think, in their roster, which is very good. But like, they don't really have any great wins other than Indiana, and
Well, they almost beat Oregon at Oregon.
they did, but like that was Boise State's only loss, and Ohio State was ranked way ahead of them.
Yeah, I kind of like Ohio State right now.
Like
to be
Ohio State
honest. But they
lost
also
at
do
home to shitty ass Michigan.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, but
Like-
that's a rivalry game. They're
Yeah,
up for
but
that.
dude, like Alabama got crucified for losing on the road to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the extra loss, so I guess that's part of it,
Well,
obviously.
that kept
but
them
like,
out, maybe.
yeah, no, it did keep them
Yeah,
out. But
definitely did. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Ohio State like just got too much credit, but who knows? Because why is Ohio State above? Honestly, even like Tennessee, like Ohio State lost to. I guess Tennessee.
Yeah, but
lost
Tennessee,
to
I think, are
Arkansas.
like frauds
yeah.
too, to be honest.
I guess it's right. I don't know. I
But
just
they
feel
do
like,
want Ryan Day's head for losing that Michigan game.
yeah,
It's
like
like
that
bad
was a
up there.
terrible loss, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Oregon and Penn State for the Big Ten championship game, and this turned out to be a real high-scoring matchup, 45-37, which was surprising. I like both these defenses, and I think Penn State's offense sucks, so to see them put the 37 is something, but it does not change. Big game, Franklin always coming through, just can't do it. It is... And, of course, they
Can't
just
do it.
give them the cupcake matchup of the... I mean, it's not a cupcake, but, like... I
One of
just don't
these
see
is-
SMU going into Penn State and being Penn State in a playoff game. Like I just
No.
don't see that happening.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, Oregon ended up winning and then became the first overall seed with the bye in the playoff. Clemson took on SMU ACC final. Clemson was up 24-7 at halftime, but SMU came back, scored 17 points in the fourth quarter, made it interesting. I think that's what saved their chances to get in because they got the nod over Bama in the playoff. But Clemson ends up getting that auto bid.
Yeah, I didn't watch a ton of the game. I mean, I watched all the recap of it, but it seemed like
Yeah, I didn't
SMU
watch
really
any of
battled
it,
back, and then they walked it off with that huge field goal. I was much more interested in the Oregon Penn State game. They were going on at the same time.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, Dylan Gabriel was just lighting it up. It's sad for me to see him just dominating everybody out there.
Yeah.
I mean, he
was an Oklahoma boy too, man. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's been everywhere. He's the man. I have nothing but love for him. He is so like good on the run, throwing. He just throws darts when he's like running up to the line of scrimmage, and
He
people
can
are
make a
wide
couple
open.
dumb mistakes though in the red zone, like because I remember betting on them early on in the season. Like I would watch him and he would just make some stupid mistakes, and they'd also get off the gas pedal in some games too.
Yeah, for sure. But they
Only thing to
fucking
watch out for.
took it to Penn State.
Oh yeah, dude, James Franklin. Once he might reach the semis, but once he reaches that point, I just don't see it.
Well, he's gonna have to beat Georgia. There's no way. Penn State will
Oh,
not beat
or
Georgia.
this is the thing, dude. I'm saying like Notre Dame, if they beat Indiana, they have a shot against Georgia. And what if it's Penn
Yeah,
State and Notre Dame?
I mean then it's Notre Dame, I think. But those are
Ah,
both kind of
dude.
chokers.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell's gonna win that game?
I wouldn't be shocked if like Boise could beat Penn State.
I wouldn't be shocked with that either, to be
Boise's
honest.
not a
But
bad team.
no, they're not. All right. Moving into so we both won that one actually too,
Yeah.
and then we won the Georgia and the Oregon game. So kudos to us. Moving into the first ever 12-team playoff. So one on Friday, the rest of the three on Saturday. So starting off with Friday's game, Indiana traveling to South Bend, Indiana versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame coming in -7. I think this has been fluctuating between 7, 7.5. I think it started at like 8, 8.5. So it's come down a little bit. But over under 52.5, 8 p.m. start. So I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna hop on Indiana and the under probably. Indiana's been
Um,
good against the run, and honestly, that's Notre Dame's strong suit. They run the ball very well. Even Riley Leonard could take off, and I think this Indiana team will keep them at bay. I mean, they made some dumb mistakes against Ohio State. I think it could have been a better game, but honestly, I think they'll go toe to toe with them. It's going to be real cold, windy at this one, but I think Indiana could cover. Don't think they're going to win, but I think they'll cover that 7, 7.5.
Yeah, I'm on the exact same thing. I think a lot of time for coaches to game plan. It's tight early, defensive struggle, no big plays. It's
Yeah,
freezing
no big
cold.
plays.
Just
Yeah.
adds to the under. Rivalry in state, people going crazy. It just
First ever
screams-
playoff game.
Yeah,
like,
it just
in this
just
format.
screams under to me, and
Yeah.
I'll take 7 points with Indiana in a game that's not quite a toss up, but I could see Indiana sneaking it.
Yeah, no, I could, honestly. I could. Because Rourke's actually a pretty good quarterback for them. He could toss in, like,
Yeah,
watching
and
Notre Dame against USC. USC was torching their asses. It was
exactly,
crazy.
and like Franklin can't win the big game. This is a playoff game, so it's definitely a big game, and Signetti definitely coach advantage over Franklin.
That'd be interesting. Imagine that semifinal.
Uh,
Penn State, Indiana.
yeah, sorry, I
Oh, I thought you mentioned Frank.
I didn't mean I did. I didn't mean
Yeah.
Franklin. I meant Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
Like he usually can't win the big game either.
Nah, he can't. That's
Yeah.
it's kind of becoming his MO, too. Maybe, yeah, I mean, there is a coaching advantage, I think, in
But I
this
think
one as
Cincinnati
well.
is
So,
definitely a superior coach.
yeah, for sure. All right, so both on the same thing. That's going to be
Yeah.
good.
I mean, Notre
Couple
Dame was the
days.
fucking Northern Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty bad, for sure. Moving to Saturday's games, we have 12 p.m. start. So this is the SMU game at Penn State. Penn State -8.5, over under 54.5. So this is a 12 p.m. start. For right now, I'm going to stay away from this one. If anything, I'll lean Penn State. Like I said before, I just don't see SMU coming in here and obviously beating them, but like I don't know. I think even think an 8.5 point spread is going to be tough for them to cover. But I actually have Penn State in a pool that I'm in. You get randomly selected a team, so I'm just gonna ride it out for that.
Yeah, cool. I'm going Penn State -8.5.
Hmm. Maybe I'll hop
I
on.
just you saw what happened with SMU when they played Clemson, when they have to go up versus like superior talent, and Penn State definitely has a little bit more talent than Clemson. I just don't think they have the horses that can really compete, and you could say all the same stuff I just said about Freeman for Franklin. Can't win the big game,
Hmm.
struggles, but like at Penn State, a whiteout
Yeah.
environment. Even the name SMU, like it just takes a little
Dude,
bit away from the. Like,
They don't have a following. They're not like nobody's gonna be there for them. This is gonna be
Right.
straight up Penn State nation.
It's a like glorified. It's not Ohio State. It's one of those like games where they play like Indiana in the Big Ten or some shit, and like
Yeah,
they actually come away with the win. So I don't know. I'm gonna roll with Penn State.
I don't mind it. I might hop on it too. We'll see, but that works. Next
Cool.
game, Clemson at Texas. Austin, Texas coming in minus 12-point favorites, over under 51.5, 4 p.m. start, so immediately following that SMU game. So I'm going to take Texas in this one. Honestly, I just think their defense is too good, and honestly, Clemson's okay. They're not bad, but going against a defense like this is like far superior from what they have faced. I mean, they faced Georgia the first game of the year. I think they only had like 6 points. But they got destroyed that one. They stuck it in for the first half. I think got blown out in the second, but still, like, they're not scoring on these superior defenses. And Quinn Ewers looked all right against Georgia. He made a few good throws, but he's okay. I think he'll get the job done against Clemson. I don't think they're gonna absolutely dominate him. So I don't know. I think Texas is gonna run away with this one. Personally, I'm going with them.
Yeah, I'm going a little bit the opposite here. I think that Texas will win, but 12 points feels like a lot. Dabo, Clemson, kind of been there, done that. They're not scared of the bright lights, obviously. Like, they played for national championships. I get what you're saying about Texas's defense, just kind of shutting down Clemson's offense. Whenever Clemson's had to go against a good defense, they've really, really struggled, but hoping with like all this prep time, Garrett Riley's able to figure something out. The Clemson OC, and I don't know, 12 just feels like a lot. I'm thinking maybe like a backdoor cover potentially.
I could see that.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking 12 is a lot of points, so that's why I'm going with that. It's a weird
All right.
number too.
It is. I mean, it has gone up. I think it was at like 11 or even 10.5. So,
Mm. Mm.
you think it should be more?
No.
I don't know. 12 points. I mean, this is the most for the first round. So.
Sorry, when I said a weird number, I meant like it's not a football number. It's not a 10,
Yeah,
not a
very
7,
true.
14. Like the 12 is just, I don't know, I feel like I could get lucky with it or something.
All right. Going head to head on that one.
Yeah.
All right. Final game. Tennessee traveling to the Horseshoe. Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State laying 7.5, over under 45.5, 8 p.m. start. And I'm going to go Ohio State. I just think Vols are overrated. I think their defense is definitely solid. They've played well all season, but I just think the offense it's either, I don't know, they get it going or they don't. And I think they're going against a great defense at Ohio State. And I think Ohio State's going to be able to run on them. I think they're going to be able to score. I don't think it's going to be a blowout necessarily. I think it's going to be more of Ohio State's defense just being the better side of the ball when they're going against Tennessee's offense. I think they're just going to limit them. And I got to go with Ohio State in this one.
Yeah, I'm very conflicted on this one because I could see Ohio State being like beaten down after that Michigan loss. Everyone's telling them how much they suck. Not being able to like get off the mat.
Yeah, just losing to Michigan, like you need a bounce back win.
Yeah, well, that's the other hand, right? So I could see that as well. That's why I'm so conflicted. Like, they say, fuck it, who cares about the Michigan game? We're in the playoff. We ultimately need to
That's
win
what I'd be thinking.
4 games to be national championship, and like no one will give a shit about the Michigan
Yep,
win
pretty
at
much.
that point. Like, if you win the national championship, it's kind of a moot point. I mean, they obviously have the superior talent pretty much against anybody in the nation. And while Tennessee has talent, it's a little bit different than Ohio State's.
I mean, I definitely don't like the hook here, but
Yeah, they're at
I would
home.
love that, so. Yeah, and at home. Gotta remember that these are neutral site games.
I may just go under here and say Ohio State under 45.5. I mean,
I wouldn't mind that. There's two
Ohio
good defenses.
I was going to say, Ohio State's offense struggled with Michigan's defense. Tennessee's defense is definitely better than Michigan's. That defensive line is pretty ferocious. So
No, they've been playing well all season for sure.
yeah, and like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the under. Like I do see Nico kind of having a problem against Ohio State on the road as well.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, give me the under. I mean, what do you think about Will Howard? Like, big game guy, not a big game guy?
He's never played in a big game like this,
I
so it's tough to
guess.
say.
I mean, he kind of shit down his leg against Oregon
And Michigan.
and Michigan for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
so,
Give me the
I
under.
mean, he's got a nut up at this point.
Yeah,
So 45.5 under.
yeah.
All right, I'm Ohio State. So, all right, that'll do it for the first week of championship. We'll probably go for the next one since it's the most games again, 4 games. Then feel it out from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we have Arizona State, Boise State, Georgia, and Oregon on byes. So, well, they'll be watching, see who they're going to play next. But I'm excited for this weekend, honestly, man.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be good times.
Yeah. All right. Well, subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe again. Give a like, leave a comment. We'll read it out. It's all very much appreciated. Paul, you have a good weekend, bud.
Have a good one, brother.
See you later, guys.